Anshul. I am the founder and CEO of Camp K12, and I'm joined today by young Aaden, a fourth grader going into fifth grade, all the way from Texas, San Antonio, Texas. It is 9:36 a.m. for him right now. And Aaden is joining us to teach a very advanced and awesome topic of blockchains and cryptocurrencies. So right before the echo caused us to pause, we were talking about blockchains and crypto. And I was about to ask Aaden, this is such an advanced topic. I've studied computer science in college at an undergraduate level. I've studied at a master's level. After that, I've taken so many courses on data structures and algorithms. And only then was I able to begin to understand how blockchains work and how cryptocurrencies work. You, on the other hand, my friend, in grade 4, have been doing blockchain development. And in fact, all sorts of hacking as well behind the scenes on blockchain networks. And I am shocked, and I'm sure our audience today will be as well, that you have been doing this for so long and you have been able to grasp what this concept is. Can we start by just understanding a little bit of your coder journey? I think everyone's going to be really curious before we start making our own cryptocurrency today, how you actually got to where you are and who you are. So Aaden, just say hi and tell us a bit about when you started coding and what all kinds of things have you coded in the past?
So here's how I just started to introduce myself into computers and just code in general. So I just was minding my own business when I was 5. I started coding when I was 5. And I was minding my own business, just walking around as a little baby. And then I saw my uncle. He was visiting me. And then I saw him making a website. And I was like, ooh, what's that? And then he said, oh, I'm making a website. And I said, can you help me make a website? And he said, yeah. And then he introduced me to HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And then I started coding all of those. And then I started self-teaching myself. This is about when I was 7 or 8. Wow. And then I started self-teaching myself blockchain, cryptocurrencies, and I also
when you were
introduced
7,
into Minecraft.
When you were 7, you started learning about blockchain. You started reading about it. That's awesome. Where do you get your blockchain news from? Where do you learn about it?
I just decided, I just heard about Bitcoin because my uncle told me about Bitcoin. And I started researching Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies on Google. And then I just heard about Ethereum and how to make your own token. And I decided to learn Solidity. And then that's how I used
a lot of buzzwords that I think some of our audience members may not know. So Aaden, right now you're being watched live by kids that could be in grade 1 all the way to grade 12 from all across the globe. And I have a hunch that many of them have not heard about blockchain before. I have a hunch that many of them have not heard about what a token is or what a cryptocurrency is. They certainly would not have heard about Solidity. And maybe some have heard about Bitcoin just because it's on the news so much. Maybe some have heard about Ethereum. But why don't we just take a step back and explain it?
I'm going to explain it.
So today we're here to build our own cryptocurrency called AadenCoin. AadenCoin, named after this young prodigy I have with us on this live stream. But Aaden, what is a blockchain? And what is a cryptocurrency?
Well, cryptocurrency, I'll explain this first. Cryptocurrency is just digital money. Just think of it as digital money. It's decentralized. No one owns it. It's different than PayPal and banks. Like online banks. It's different because no one owns it. You own your own cryptocurrency and your own money. You own it. If you have a Bitcoin wallet, Bitcoin is an example cryptocurrency. So say you have Bitcoin, then nodes all around the world, and a node is computers that have Bitcoins stored on it. So
before we start talking about nodes, let's just recap what you said. You defined cryptocurrency for us really nicely, better than I think any of us could have. And I think you explained it in a way that someone who hasn't worked with cryptocurrencies before would understand it. It is a type of online money. Where there is no sort of central person who owns it and keeps track of, hey, Aaden has this much money and Anshul has this much money, right? The traditional banking system and money system, which kids, you don't have to worry about for many, many years. But the way it works is somebody says, hey, I'm the authority and I get to decide you have this much money and you have this much money. So if you want to send your money to this other person, you have to go through me. And what I will do is I will deduct some money from here and I will add some money from here. And it goes through me. I'm the central authority. What Aaden has just laid out for us is that cryptocurrency is a new sort of online money, which does not require someone in the middle. It's a way of keeping track of money and transacting money between people without requiring any sort of intermediary and creating trust between many people without having those central authorities. And this is exciting for many reasons, but we won't talk about those here because it goes into economics, it goes into theory, it goes into politics, it goes into many other topics, which Aaden, we won't talk about today. I think let's talk about, so cryptocurrencies people might have heard about because of Bitcoin. Bitcoin was as you said, the first cryptocurrency.
Yes.
And can you talk to us now about the technology that powers cryptocurrencies, which is called the blockchain? But what is it?
So blockchain is like blocks. Inside a block is a series of transactions, a bunch of transactions. And those transactions, it can be an Ethereum or a token. A token just deducts money from someone else and just adds money to another person. And that is called a token. But if you're just sending normal Ethereum blockchain will minus some from the sender and add some to the receiver. So that is each individual transaction.
Different? Thank you. Yeah, thanks for that explanation. How is a blockchain different from like a traditional computer system? How is a blockchain-based software system different from a traditional computer system? Like we have the internet today. You are in Texas, I'm in California, and you and I are able to do this live stream together. You and I are able to send each other PayPal and we can use anything. Like in India, they have various other payment gateways. In the US, they have payment gateways. We can send each other money. How does a blockchain work in a different way from traditional systems?
Anybody in the entire world, anywhere in the world, could just set up their own computer, download the blockchain, and now they're helping with the entire system. That means randomly, it will pick a node, which is a computer from around the world, and then it will ask, hey, does this person have this money? And then if they're like, oh yes, they have that, they have like 10 Ethereum. And then it will be like, okay, minus 10 Ethereum from them. And then it'll be like, okay, then it does the same thing to a bunch of nodes. And then if all of those nodes.
The first thing that you said, Aaden, is the key here. And I think we should emphasize it a bit more. The blockchain is an infrastructure, like the internet infrastructure,
yes.
which no one party owns, right?
Yes.
It's owned by anybody and everybody. So for example, if Aaden wants to be part of the blockchain, he can be. If I want to be part of the blockchain, I can be. So for example, Bitcoin is a blockchain network. Ethereum is a different blockchain network. Anyone can put their computer on that network. And the network is a peer-to-peer network. It's peer-to-peer. So every single computer on that blockchain system is connected to every other computer on that blockchain system in the architecture of Bitcoin and Ethereum. There are other blockchains where that is not true, but this is a peer-to-peer blockchain. And there is no central authority. Again. Yeah, no, it is an entire network that creates trust between many parties without needing anyone in the middle. And on top of it, you can move money around. But here's the exciting part. You can also run code. You can write code and run code on this decentralized peer-to-peer network of a blockchain.
That's Ethereum. Bitcoin is different. It doesn't let you do that,
but
Ethereum does.
So say more about that. What's the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum? What is Ethereum?
Ethereum is just a marketplace of digital money. And also it has like decentralized app that's no one can shut down. So say you make your own decentralized app with Ethereum. It'll be like something like you pay them like 10 Ethereum or something for like something on Amazon. It will buy
it's
for you.
Interesting. You described it as a marketplace. I think it is an open system where anyone can execute their own code. Code that runs on a blockchain system like Ethereum is called Aaden, you know what it's called?
Smart contract.
Yes. So when you write code for a blockchain system and when you deploy that, it is called a smart contract. The reason for that is it comes from the legal domain where a contract is something that parties sign with each other. A smart contract is something that, again, doesn't require any sort of central party and it executes with code. And so today, what Aaden is going to be showing us is how do you set up your own blockchain system, part one. And part two is how do you write code and deploy code on a blockchain system. And that part 3 is that code is going to act as a token. So what that code is going to do is define the behavior for a cryptocurrency token. And that token is going to be called AadenCoin, like Bitcoin, but AadenCoin. And you and I will be able to send that to each other on the blockchain now. All right. So go ahead. In your own words, Aaden, like just tell us what are the next few steps that we're going to do.
So I'm going to show you how you can make your own token and how it works. And I'll be using a source code from K12 Coin. So I'm going to show us
how to make a token.
Yes.
First, you're going to show us how to make a token, a cryptocurrency called K12 Coin.
Yes.
And then
I'm going to send it to Anshul, and Anshul's going to send it back. And also, if you want, you can. I'm going to be listening for like all your addresses, but this is on. Then I'm just going to go send you like a bunch of tokens. I'll place the contract.
So you're going to send me some money. You're going to send me some money, and you're going to first create your own money, and then you're going to send it to me, right?
Yes.
So we're going to be sending you the AadenCoin. Perfect. So I think we should just get started. For those of you who are new to blockchains, don't worry if the session today goes over your head. This is a very advanced topic. It's a very advanced topic. And I think that some of you, once you go on and later in life learn more about blockchains, you will come back and watch this video much later and realize that everything Aaden has said, it's very impressive. The fact that someone so young can have such a rational conversation about blockchain networks, it's a very intricate topic. So congratulations, Aaden, on being super smart. I think we should all give you just a round of applause for being who you are. Okay, I'm excited. So let's dive in. Aaden, can you first share your screen and show us what a blockchain network really looks like? Let's run our own blockchain network.
Yes. Okay. So right here, I have an app called Ganache. It lets you create your own blockchain, but this is not what we're going to be doing today. This is just to show like an example of what a blockchain is. So here's the address, and then like here's the amount they have.
About the address, Aaden. Before you talk about the address, I'm noticing a few things, and I want you to tell me what they are. First of all, I see this is called Aaden chain. So tell me, what is this Aaden chain? And then I'm seeing that at the top, there are accounts, there are blocks, there are transactions, there are contracts. Can you hover your mouse over there?
Blocks, transactions, contracts.
Yeah, use your cursor to show where it says Aaden chain. Explain that.
Here?
Yeah, exactly.
This is Aaden chain. I named it Aaden chain. This is my own blockchain I created, and it's called Aaden chain.
So where is this running?
Ethereum.
Where is this running?
It's running on my Ethereum. It's just a different separate computer that I have remotely.
It's an Ethereum blockchain called Aaden chain, and it's running on your computer.
Not the computer I'm doing Zoom on, but a different one.
Got it. It's running on one of your other computers in your home or something like that. Okay. And then what does the 0.0.0.8 and then the colon 8545 mean over there?
This is how you connect to the blockchain. This is the IP address, but you guys can't access this, but I can because it's like.
Okay. But if you made that address public, could I join your blockchain network?
Yes, you can actually.
Nice. So guys, before we move on, I think we should actually take a moment and just appreciate this. What Aaden has done is before the session started, he ran his own private blockchain network on his own computer in his home. It's called Aaden chain. The software that it is running is called Ethereum. It could have been running the Bitcoin protocol. It could have been running any other blockchain protocol. It is running Ethereum protocol. And what he has done is this blockchain, it seems like, has just 3 accounts on it as of now. And what you will see here are those accounts. And I'll let Aaden explain those. But what's important, guys, is anyone can take their blockchain network and add more nodes to it. And when they add more nodes, they can do that privately. So Aaden could say, hey, mom and dad, I want you guys to join my network and I'm not going to allow anyone else to join the network. That's a private network. But Ethereum and Bitcoin are public networks, which means anybody is allowed to join. I can go and join the Ethereum network and start running the Ethereum software and then be part of the blockchain network. You all who are watching this can be part of the blockchain network. It is a new type of internet infrastructure where the people run the infrastructure and there's no one who can shut it off or on, that is up to the network itself. It is owned by the network. So he has just run his own node on his own blockchain network, running in his home. And we are not allowed to join this one, but if he wanted to, he could make this available to us. Now that you've explained that, Aaden, can you explain what accounts are and what am I looking at here with these addresses and the balances?
Address is how Ethereum like knows that, oh, this is one person, this is another person. Like addresses they can't be the same no matter what. There's no one address that are the exact same. They might look similar, but they're not the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a way of explaining this. I think we should explain this using the concept of email addresses, right?
Yeah.
The fact that, look, when I want to email Aaden, I send it to his email ID, which is like some cool DJ something. And if he wants to send it to me, he can send it to my email ID. He knows it's going to me because it's my email address. And I know it's going to him because it's his email address. That's how email addresses work. And an address here is a similar sort of thing. On the blockchain, when you have users like me and Aaden that are on the same blockchain, we need a way to identify us, to identify each other. And that way of identifying each other is this long hexadecimal string. Those of you who are older and watching this, you will know about binary, you will know about hexadecimal, you will know about decimal as number systems. Addresses in Ethereum are denoted with a 0, X, and then a hexadecimal string. And each address represents one account. And an address can hold monetary value, like Ethereum value. So Ethereum is a cryptocurrency. And here, that first address, go ahead, Aaden. Can you just define for us? First account has how many Ether? Second address has how many?
First account has 200, and second has 500, and third also has 500.
Perfect. So there are 3 users on this blockchain. And the blockchain maintains a mapping of account addresses to balances of Ethereum value. And guys, what is not shown here, but we will use later in this conversation, is that an address can hold not just money on a blockchain network, but an address can also hold, what did you say, Aaden?
Code. And Ethereum has its own code called Solidity.
Perfect. So back up a bit. What is the programming language in which you write code on the Ethereum blockchain?
It's Solidity. That's what it's called.
Perfect. I think now that you've explained this concept of what a blockchain is and is running here, actually, before we switch over to Solidity, why don't you just show some of the other tabs? So what's happening on the blocks tab? What's happening on the...
Here, first, let me tell you something. This is on every blockchain, no matter what. It's always going to have block number 0. This is the initial block when creating your blockchain. Like, this is the main block. Like,
the genesis.
This is always there. The genesis, the main block. And over here, this is the first transaction. The first transaction on Aaden chain. The first transaction is stored inside this block.
I think we should explain transaction here. Aaden, I think we should explain transaction. So let me take a stab and then you can jump in and add on. So guys, think of the blockchain system as an internet computer, which is decentralized. Okay, it's a peer-to-peer network. And the network has a certain state. So I'm going to use the example of money to talk about state. So let's say, Aaden, you have 10 coins, okay? And let's say I have 10 coins as well. So if Aaden sends me 5 of his coins, then I'm going to have 15 coins and he's going to have 5 coins because 5 got reduced from his side and 5 got added to my side, right? A transaction is what changes the state of the blockchain network, the peer-to-peer network, from the original state to the next state. So in order for Aaden to send me 5 coins on his blockchain network, he has to submit hey, Aaden, by the way, your video has gone off. Just an FYI. Are you still there?
Okay. Yes, I'm here. It shut off. I think I clicked the keybind.
No worries. We see you now. Yeah. So in order for Aaden to send me money, he has to create a transaction and submit a transaction to that blockchain network. So everybody who's watching this right now, I want you guys to imagine that all of you have your computer running on this same blockchain network. This is called Aaden chain. All of you are running your computer on Aaden chain, which means all of our computers are talking to each other, okay? And all of our computers have to agree on one one set of values of how much money everyone has, okay? If Aaden's computer thinks that he has 15 coins and my computer thinks that Aaden has 10 coins, that is bad, right? This is why banks exist. Banks say, hey, I'll be the middleman. And what I say is the reality. But if you want to get rid of the bank and you want to be a decentralized network, but still have a source of truth, well, then all the peer-to-peer, all the nodes on the peer-to-peer network have to agree on that truth. So the way that the state changes in a blockchain network with many nodes is that one node has to submit a transaction. So for example, the transaction could be that, hey, reduce 5 tokens from Aaden and give 5 tokens to Anshul. That transaction has to get broadcasted to all the other computers on the network. And then Aaden, I think you've, in our prior conversations, you've talked to me a lot about mining. Do you want to take a stab at explaining what's happening when a transaction gets broadcasted to all the different nodes?
Well,
and how
mining is a bit complicated, but basically here's how I can explain it. The first person who is a miner, the first miner to guess the correct hash of the transaction.
You don't have to explain the math of it. That gets way too complicated. But I think what you're trying to say is
just basically where they guess hashes, and the first person to do it gets like a reward.
Yeah, so that transaction gets broadcasted to every computer in the blockchain network. Each of those computers has to solve a hard problem. This is called proof of work mining, has to solve a hard problem. And the first computer to solve that hard problem gets to submit that transaction. And at that point, that is broadcast, that new state is broadcasted to all the other nodes in the network and becomes finalized. And so what you guys have to keep in mind is when you do something just on your computer, things are really fast. Like if I want to send 5 coins from my computer to my computer, that's really fast. I don't have to get approval from anyone else. When you're on a blockchain network, things take more time because there has to be agreement between all the nodes in the network. All right. There's a mining process by which this happens. It takes a little bit of time and there's an agreement that has to be reached. A certain number of nodes have to agree. And at that point, you can say that this is final. Okay. So a transaction is the way in which you move from one state of the system to another state of the system. And this makes it, can you go to the transactions tab?
Yes.
There's only one transaction. Okay, there's only one transaction here. And we won't talk about what the transaction was, but this transaction changed the state of the blockchain from state A to state B. Okay, so when Aaden and I send each other coins later in this session, we will be changing this. Yeah, exactly. Well, we won't be doing it on Aaden chain. We'll do it on Ethereum, the public testnet. So we won't see it here, but yeah, we would have seen it if we were sending each other coins on your Aaden chain, right?
Yes.
All right. So Aaden, now you wanted to talk about Solidity and Code. So I think it's time for you
I'll explain Solidity and what it is, how it works.
Go for it.
So let's think of Solidity as another coding language. Solidity is a coding language, but it's for Ethereum. It works by just a normal coding language. Just think of it that way. Minus and plus for tokens. It just subtracts one from this address and adds one to a different address for tokens. But it's more complicated if you go to other things, but I'm not going to go through there. No?
Yeah, I think you don't have to explain the whole language right now. I think what you should do, Aaden, is tell us what are we going to do next?
Okay, what am I going to do next? I'm going to show you some Solidity code for K12 coin, and I'm going to modify it so that it works for AadenCoin. And now it's going to work, and it's going to be called AadenCoin.
By the way, Aaden, we cannot see your browser screen. We're still looking at your Ganache screen, so you'll have to change what screen is being shared.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So, yeah. That's basically it.
Yeah.
I'm going to change K12 coin.
Yeah, I can't see your screen, Aaden.
I know. I'm going to share.
There we go.
You all should see my screen now.
Yes, we can see it.
So, the first thing you want to do is have MetaMask extension installed. It will tell you how to.
Wait! Before we continue, Aaden, do you know what this is? What is this?
What
am I holding up?
A wallet.
Yes. Can you talk about
MetaMask is a wallet, a digital wallet for Ethereum. And that's why you need the MetaMask extension. The link will be in the description of this live stream. So MetaMask.
A wallet, guys, a wallet is where you can hold your cryptocurrencies. Okay.
It's where you can hold your Ethereum.
Yeah. You can hold Ethereum as well as any cryptocurrency that is built on Ethereum, right?
Yes.
I mean, as long as it follows the standard. Exactly. Okay. So you can add a token from here. But right now that token has to exist if you're going to add it.
It doesn't exist though.
Right now we haven't.
And I'm going to make it.
Nice. Okay. So now Aaden is going to show us how to use, he's going to show us how to publish his own cryptocurrency on the Ethereum network, which is public, which means all of us can use it. So in fact, later in the session, he and I are going to send each other some money over Ethereum, not Ethereum money, but the custom cryptocurrency that Aaden creates. Before we start this, Aaden, I want to take a moment and explain what it says at the top right. Can you read that out to us at the top right, the Robston test network?
This is one of the different blockchains that are built on Ethereum. Robston is the most common, and I'm going to use Robston in this case. But before we start, make sure you have MetaMask extension if you're going to make your own cryptocurrency or receive it or like send some, because you need a wallet.
Can you just click the drop down on Robston? I want to just explain that one more time. Can you talk to us? What's the difference between Ethereum mainnet and Robston test network?
Mainnet is worth real money. See over here, it's actually worth real money. But on Robston, it's not worth anything. It's just because you can get it from a faucet. With a faucet, it just gives you free testnet money. So it's worthless.
Let me actually explain this to our audience because they'll be wondering throughout the session what this testnet is. So guys, any of you who have written your code before, if you've coded a game or you've coded an app, before you share it with your users, if you're making a game, before you send it to the people to play, you test it out, right? You test out if it's working. When you make a website, before you publish it on Aaden.com or AnshulBhagi.com, you first test it out and you say, hey, this is what I intended. Is that what's actually happening? That's a process that's very common in coding. We call it testing. With blockchain networks, because there's real money involved, everything on a blockchain network, because it's so decentralized and there's so many machines running it, costs money to do. If you want to just publish your code on a blockchain network, guys, you would have to pay. You would have to pay in dollars or rupees or whatever your currency is in Ethereum, and then that has an equivalent value. You would have to spend money to publish your code to a blockchain network, okay? Because you have to spend money to publish your code to a blockchain network, people are extra concerned that if they publish the wrong code, they've just wasted money. Not only that, but the code deals with money too. So for example, if Aaden is creating AadenCoin, a cryptocurrency of his own, he needs to make sure he gets the code right. For example, if he wrote some code to give himself 1,000 coins, and instead of that, he gave himself by accident only 10 coins, well, he's going to be really disappointed when that code runs, he had to pay for executing that code on a public network. It's like if you guys know about the toll booth on the bridges that you have in your city, a lot of bridges in cities have a little toll booth at the beginning. Like when you're getting on the bridge, you have to pay a tax. Why do you have to pay a tax? Because that tax, that fee that you pay at the toll booth is paying back the cost of building that highway, right? In the case of blockchain networks, because it costs so much money to maintain that overall system, every transaction has a cost, has a fee. It's called the gas fee on Ethereum. And because things cost money, you don't do your testing on the public network, which is the mainnet, Ethereum mainnet. You do it on a test net. And the most popular testnet, or the testnet that's most similar to the Ethereum mainnet, is the Robston test network. So from the dropdown, Aaden has chosen Robston test network. Now, go ahead and give yourself some Ethereum from the faucet, because it's a test. Because it's a test.
Let me tell you something first. Testnet allows faucets. Faucets are like free testnet coins, and you can get that for free without having to pay any real life money, which is why it's worth nothing. So before you it costs money to publish your own coins. So that's why you need some money. So that's why I'm going to go copy my address from MetaMask. I click this. Now I have my address.
Yep.
Let me get myself some Robston Ethereum. If you want to get yourself some own Robston Ethereum, you can just go to this website, faucet.dimensions.network. Now, that should be in the description, I hope. Then I'm just going to click send Robston Ethereum, and I'm going to get some Ethereum. It's loading.
What he's doing is giving himself free money, free Ethereum currency. And you can only do this, guys, on the test network. You can kind of get free coins on the test network. It will not give you free coins on the main network because that's real money. So what I know about this, Aaden, is it takes a little bit of time for this one to happen. So while this is happening, why don't you show us how to build your own cryptocurrency?
Well, it doesn't take that long. It's just that it's lagging right now. So that's all. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to have to wait for this in order for my everything to stop lagging. So yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm just going to wait.
We can hear you. So if you would like to, it seems like it's done.
It works.
Great. Your address has been added to the queue. Great.
Okay, so I'm just going to close this. It's lagging now. So let's close. Oh, okay. So now I'm here. Am I not lagging anymore? I think I'm lagging 1 minute.
That's okay, Aaden. I think the lags are normal.
Okay, yeah, I'm resharing my entire screen.
Okay.
Why am I lagging? What's happening? Let me just close this. This isn't normal. Lag.
Don't worry about it. Lags happen.
Okay, I'm unlagging now. Okay, now everything should be working properly. So now if I should refresh all this.
See your screen. Aaden, we can't see your screen. We're seeing a black screen.
Okay.
Now we see it. All good.
Okay, it was lag before.
Yep.
Still lagging. My entire computer is slowing down. Uh-oh.
Hey, don't worry. This takes some time. It's been added to the queue. It hasn't been sent yet. So don't wait.
Yeah, but now everything's lagging.
Don't worry about it. Can you go ahead and start on Remix and show us how to
can't move my mouse.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay, I can't run Remix. It's not loading.
Oh.
Uh-oh. I'm going to fix this lag very quick.
I think it'll resolve itself on its own.
It's not.
Those stuff in the background. The lag will not be because of your faucet. I think it's just
not. It's not. It's just because my microphone is breaking.
We can hear you.
I know, but my microphone, that's why you can hear me perfectly. It's stealing all my processing power. Now I think everything's perfect. Yeah, perfect. I'm unlagging now. So
nice.
now if you want to start, you have to go create a new workspace. I'm going to call this AadenCoin because I'm making AadenCoin. Now I have AadenCoin. So under contracts, which is a folder, click new file. This is going to be the name of my coin. So I'm just going to call it, token. I'm just going to call it AadenCoin.sol. Oh, that's my address. 1 second.
No problem. And by the way, Aaden, we should also explain what is this thing where you're typing the code?
This is Ethereum Remix. It lets you publish your own token on the blockchain. So you just put your code in here, you compile it, and then deploy it. Now
so I think that since there's a lot of code, can you just hide all the code that we will not be worrying about? Just like condense it. Meanwhile, I will
once the lag goes away.
Meanwhile, I'm going to explain to our audience what is this Remix software that you are using. So guys, Remix is a website, remix.ethereum.org. If you guys use Visual Studio Code, VS Code, or you use Sublime Text Editor, or you use Adobe Brackets, or you use, I think, Atom, there's so many code editors out there for different purposes. So Java has its own popular ones like Eclipse, quite popular for Java. Python has its own popular ones like PyCharm and Idle. Every language has its own development environments. And many of you, when you take courses with Camp K12, probably use Visual Studio Code or Atom or just Notepad even, right? Well, blockchain development has its own development environments that have been created by people who were nice enough and said, hey, why don't we put this out there for all of you to use? And it comes with a few features. For example, when you use these editors like remix.ethereum.org, when you write your smart contract code using the Solidity programming language in Remix, you can actually, from this editor itself, publish that smart contract to the blockchain network. Otherwise, that would be very hard to do. But here, they make it so much easier. And Aaden's actually going to make a cryptocurrency, and then he's going to explain how to deploy it. So Aaden, go ahead. I can see on the screen, line 51 says Camp K12 coin. So what are we looking at here? Hey, Aaden, we can't hear you. Your mic has stopped working.
Okay, so this is my microphone lags everything when I turn it back on. So this over here, this is the contract, the actual token contract over here. This has to be the same name as the Solidity file. So I'm going to name this AadenCoin. Well, like without the dot. So AadenCoin.
Okay.
Go down here. I need to change the name of the cryptocurrency. This is what's going to actually show up. So I'm just going to change this. Now I'm going to change what it's the symbol, because every token needs a symbol. I'm going to call it Aaden.
So Ethereum is ETH.
Yes.
Camp K12 coin was CK12, I think. AadenCoin is ADN. Yeah.
Let me tell you something first. When you have a can you hear me properly? I think my microphone cut off again.
We can hear you.
Okay. So when
we can hear you, Aaden. Now we can't.
Just okay. You can hear me now. Okay, yes. Whatever. I don't need to do that anymore. Okay. So anyway, AadenCoin. I'm gonna name that. This is a total supply. The total supply of the token. This is how much is initialized. This is the total amount of coins. This will never change. This can't change at all. And message.sender is just who's going to get the first tokens, which is going to be me because I'm publishing it.
Okay. So Aaden, so many important things you've just covered. First of all, let's just talk about this line 51. We are defining a contract using the keyword in Solidity called contract. Line 51. Can you highlight that?
Line 51.
Yeah, there you go. That's fine. Yeah. So guys, we are defining a smart contract, which is it's a script that you can deploy on a blockchain network, has to be wrapped in this contract keyword. It's like class, the keyword class in a programming language like Java and many other programming languages. So it's a contract. Now, those of you who have done object-oriented programming before, many languages such as Java and many others have a constructor. Aaden, what is a constructor? Line 60.
It's just what's initialized and can't be changed later on. It's just what happens like right in the beginning.
Perfect. So guys, remember that I said that an address on a blockchain can have money as well as data, right? So what you do is when you have a smart contract, it has some data in the data which you define. Like a smart contract could have any number of fields or variables. And those are defined in line 52 through 55. Can you highlight line 52 through 55, Aaden?
52 to 55. Okay. Flag. It's not highlighting.
No worries. I think we can see it. Line 52 through 55. Those are the variables that we define in
the
smart contract. in a constructor, you can give those variables their initial value. And that's what Aaden has done. So Aaden, I think the symbol is self-explanatory. Name is self-explanatory. Decimals, we don't need to worry about. I want you to explain total supply and then line 65 one more time.
So the total supply is the total amount that can never change. The total amount will never change. This is inside the constructor. So this is the total supply.
Total amount of what? Total supply of what?
The total amount of Aaden coins that is going to be
nice
there.
So guys, we are creating the code that defines AadenCoin, the cryptocurrency. And how many Aaden coins are there going to be in the world total is what he's defined in line 64.
Yes.
Okay. And so there's only 1,000 Aaden coins, right? Which means only 1,000 of us can get one each, or you can get all 1,000. So what are you doing in line 65?
Line 65, this is the initial balances. So message.sender is me. And because like message.sender is an Ethereum like variable, it's global, Solidity. It can't be changed.
Yeah. It's a built-in Solidity variable, yeah. Makes sense. But hey, for us to understand this one, Aaden, I think you have to explain lines 57 and 58 first. Line 57, why don't you explain line 57?
This is mapping. It maps the address to the amount they have. That's all this stuff does.
And it's called what? What's the name of this mapping?
What do you mean?
Balances. It's called balances.
The
name of this mapping is called balances, which is why in line 65, we refer to
the balances array.
Exactly, you use the word here. So, okay, guys, Aaden used a word here, which some of you will know. Aaden, what did you call it?
Array.
He used the word array, which for those of you who are coders, and Aaden codes in PHP and he codes in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, so he knows this word because it's in both of those languages. A list or an array is a data structure that you have in many programming languages. Now, keep in mind, we did not create an array. We created a mapping, which is a new type of data structure, but the syntax of how you, it's a data structure that maps keys to values. So the syntax of how you map a certain key to a certain value is the same way as you set something at a particular index in an array. And so what you're saying is, hey, message.sender is whoever is submitting this transaction that deploys the smart contract. In this case, Aaden is going to deploy it from his account, right? I told you that someone has to submit a transaction to blockchain. Message.sender is whoever submitted that transaction, okay? Balances, message.sender means, hey, for the person whose account is at this address, give them total supply initial balance. If total supply is 1,000, what Aaden is doing in line 65 is saying, hey, my address, give all 1,000 tokens to me. If he wanted to, he could have written code here that said, hey, give all 1,000 to Anshul. And I would have told him my address, he need to hard coded it. Or he could have said, give 500 to Shelly from our team who's on this call, 500 to Anshul. Or he could have said, hey, 333, 333, 333, and then there would be one left over. So this is defining who gets the initial money in this cryptocurrency. Very important and very cool, guys, that you can use coding to move money around. You can use coding to move money around. So what he's doing is he's saying give all the money to one person.
Speaking of moving monies, this is transfer. It's the function that adds and subtracts. And if I wanted, I could change this over here and to like add and subtract. I could just like change this code around so that it will always send the tokens to me no matter what.
Nice. That's true. So you could actually put your wallet address, which is that 0x hexadecimal string. Can you open up transfer again? I think it's a really important function because when
transfer.
In fact, I have a suggestion, Aaden. Why don't you go ahead and deploy AadenCoin? Let's show them what happens. And then we'll come back and explain transfer.
So speaking of deploying, here's how you deploy some like a contract. So you go over here to compile over here, click it, then you click compile. It's compiled. See, contract, make sure it's your contract name. And now you'll have to go to over here where it's going to deploy it. Change the environment to injected Web3, because that's MetaMask. And MetaMask is over here. It's asking me if I want to confirm it. Can you see this?
We can. But hey, you have 0 Ether even now. So I think it's not gonna let you deploy the contract. Why don't I send you some Ether? You're on Robston.
Yeah,
right?
send me some Ether. I don't think the faucet loaded correctly.
Can you send me your address? So guys, what's gonna happen now is the faucet takes time. It takes a long time because there are thousands of people all around the world asking for Ethereum money from the faucet. So instead of the faucet giving you money, I'm gonna give you money. So let me use my MetaMask. I need your address, and I need
I'll text you the address in chat.
So guys, what's happening now is it's a very real scenario.
Yes, Anshul's going to send me some testnet Ethereum, and I am going to use that to deploy it. Then I'll send the Ethereum I have left right back. Because
guys, nice. Remember, anything you do on a blockchain requires you to pay a fee, a gas fee. He has 0 Ethereum in his new account because he created a brand new account just for this video. And so if he doesn't have money, he can't deploy this contract to the blockchain, which means he can't get 1,000 AadenCoin because he didn't have enough money to even pay the fee for deploying the contract. So we're going to fix that for you. How much Ethereum should I send you? I have 2 Ether on my Robston testnet. I'm going to send you
0.5. That's enough. I'll send it right back. Like the extra.
Oh, weird. Shelly, is there a setting that prevents me from being able to copy from the chat thread on Zoom because I can't? I'm not able to copy his address, which you sent me. Okay. Hey, meanwhile, can you paste your address here, Aaden, so we can all see? I just want people to see you and I are doing
this. This is my address. Don't send me real Ethereums. I don't need it.
Yeah, cool. All right. Shelly, are you able to copy it? Yeah, just send it over WhatsApp or email or anything, and I'll take it from there. I'm unable to copy from this thing, from Zoom.
That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah. No, it's because I'm not
a setting.
I'm not a host, Shelly.
No, I don't think that's the problem. I think it's just because your computer is not allowing you to copy.
Okay, let's try it now. No, it still doesn't work. Maybe it's my version of Zoom or something like that. All right, Shelly, you're sending it to me? All right, great. Let's do it. And why don't I share my screen while I'm at it of how I'm doing it after you send me the address? That way people will know how I sent Aaden money.
I think my Wi-Fi is lagging out a bit.
That's okay.
Look, my picture. What?
Yeah. That's a good point.
I'll send that in an email.
Yeah, unshare your screen or use a different brand. Perfect. So you guys can look at us while Aaden sends me his address.
I'm sending it centralized, not decentralized.
Cool. Yeah. It's silly that
it's centralized. It's silly that one.
That is pretty silly indeed. Silly that I can't copy from my Zoom chat.
That's weird. You used to be able to.
Yeah. I am a participant, so I can't even save the chat.
I think my Zoom lighting engine is just
Have you emailed it?
My entire CPU. What?
Have you emailed it to me?
My email's still loading. It's taking a while.
Got it.
I don't know why. I think it's my microphone. Maybe if I mute myself, it'll fix.
Okay, you can unmute yourself. I don't think that's helping.
Yeah, I think so too. Still loading. I'll send it to you. Still loading. My browser is so slow. I think it's just my computer itself. Still sending it to you. I feel like this is just, oh my gosh. Oh, yes. No, let me fix this. That's strange. Am I lagging out still?
No, it's the same as always. Let me try it again. Hey, it worked. I'm able to copy paste from Zoom now. So I think we're good.
Oh, I didn't even have to email it to you.
Oh, no. Sorry, that did not work. I couldn't copy paste from Zoom. That's something else.
Oh.
I'm waiting for you or one of my teammates to send me your Ethereum address.
It's not working.
By the way, has your MetaMask received the Robston testnet yet?
Nope. I wish it did though. Let me go see if the transaction on Etherscan. View on Etherscan.
For those that are viewing this, sorry about that. We're having a Zoom access privileges issue. And Shelly, the other thing you can try is if you can download the chat history to your computer, you can actually open that up in a notepad. I'm not able to download the chat history either from the Zoom. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, I'll send it.
There it is.
Yeah. Maybe the way it's formatted is not letting you copy it. Maybe I'll unformat it.
If you can't do it either, then it would be because of that reason.
Yeah, I'll send it. This is the new way, unformatted and everything. If somehow that like maybe some metadata in the text is glitching it. Okay, so my internet is not loading, so I can't do anything.
You can't open your browser.
No, my browser's working, but anything. Oh, something happened. Oh yeah, it's they still haven't sent it me. They still haven't sent me it. So
yeah, they take forever. It took like
they do.
It took hours.
They're putting me in queue. Usually that like last time I tried it only took me a few seconds, but now it's taking hours. And plus my Wi-Fi is slow, so that's also ruining it. Oh.
Are you able to copy it? Hey, Aaden, why don't you go to a different account that has some testnet ether? That'll be the fastest.
I don't have any other account that has testnet ether. I sent all my Ethereum to the faucet. Just for purposes, the stream purposes, that's all. So, finally, load. Check. Oh my gosh, my entire computer is lagging out. Oh.
You know what I can do, guys, is I can share my screen and deploy the contract from my side. Aaden, should we do that while we wait?
Probably not. No, just click the Docs link. That will fix it. Google Docs link.
Oh,
it's in the chat. I didn't send it.
Oh yeah, that was brilliant, dude. That was brilliant. Can you paste it in the Google Docs thing? I'm here. Aaden,
Yes,
can you paste your Ethereum address in here?
I'm trying to paste it. Should let me. I hope.
That worked.
I did it.
Yeah.
You have it.
So let me share my
Anonymous.
screen. Yeah, let me share my screen of how I'm going to send you.
Yeah, you can do that while I wait and get my everything loading. Oh, good. I think I'm not lagging. Lag comes in and comes out. I don't know.
This is my screen, okay? This is my screen, and here's my Anshul coin that I was playing around with earlier. Okay, but we're not going to do that. We're going to actually just send money to my buddy here, Aaden. Aaden, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen. Perfect.
Okay, cool. I am going to send you some money. So paste. And you want how much Ether?
0.5. One's too much, but I can send it back, so it's fine.
All right, I'm feeling generous. So I'm going to send you 1 Ether. So I'm using my wallet to send him 1 full Ethereum. And I'm going to go ahead and confirm my transaction. Pending. You see here, pending. Are you able to see my MetaMask screen, Aaden?
Yes, I can see your MetaMask.
That means everyone else can also. I'm on the same network, guys, Robston test network. Yeah, perfect. So there it is. I sent 1 ETH. You should have gotten it. So Aaden, back to you. Can you share your screen?
You have to unshare. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I have 1 Ethereum. Yes, I'll share my screen.
That was super fast. So guys, Aaden just received 1 Ethereum from me. There it is. Look at that. So Aaden, now you can deploy the contract. Let's do it.
I can deploy the contract.
Let's make AadenCoin.
Deploy. So now, can you all see my MetaMask screen?
Yes.
So this is all gas. That doesn't matter. So over here, I'm gonna put confirm. And now it's gonna deploy. Now I'm just gonna wait for the transaction to be recorded. So can you see my MetaMask screen now?
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Pending contract deployment.
Here. I can speed it up, but I'm not gonna waste it. Oh.
Confirm. Yeah.
Confirm. That was quick. Okay, so now I'm just waiting for Etherscan to load because I need Etherscan to give me my address.
To give you what? Your contract address? No,
Remix can give contract address.
Remix can give it to you.
I know, but I can't.
Scroll down.
It's too laggy. Oh wait, it's not laggy. It's working actually.
Oh,
now I can copy this.
So wait, can you open that? Open that up. Open that up. I want everyone to see that. Click the open arrow on the bottom left. Yeah, guys, it says Aaden contract. Yeah, deployed contracts. There it is. So AadenCoin at 0x C363F9FD, that one. So that's the address, not of a person, but of a contract. And it has all of these functions. So can you copy that contract?
I copied it.
Now show everyone how to add it to your wallet.
I think
go to MetaMask. Go to MetaMask. Don't need to wait for Robs.
Like, is it lagging for you? Like,
yes, your screen is lagging.
It's not. Oh gosh, I don't like this. It's just because my microphone is hogging at my entire CPU.
You must have a really strong microphone.
No, my microphone is
Can you close Robston? Can you close the Robston? Yeah, okay, there it is. Go ahead.
So now, here's how you do it. I need to make sure I'm under assets. Add token. And I need to paste my token contract address, which I got from like here.
Yep.
Now, is it detected? 1 second. Yeah. Okay. Now it's detected.
Yeah, there it is. ADN automatically showed up in the token symbol. Go for it.
I have 1080. Wait, 1080.
Right.
What?
Okay.
Oh, so maybe it just got off.
Yeah, we should send each other some.
Why do I have 1080N? What happened?
You should have 1,000. Maybe your thing is, your MetaMask might be broken.
I just fixed it. Like 2 seconds ago.
Don't worry about it. Why don't you send me? I'll
send you 1,000. It'll still let me. So.
Oh yeah.
Just paste. Yeah.
Send 500. Send 500. That's fine.
Where's your address? Paste it in the chat.
I'll post it on the same Google Doc. Okay. So let me show
okay.
let me show what everyone what I'm doing. Aiden, can you in the same Google Doc paste your contract ID?
Yes, I will. I'll paste my contract ID.
Because I need to add AadenCoin on my side also, guys.
Lag. Did my entire picture just go dark? No, that's also hogging my CPU.
Yeah, we can see you.
Okay, good. Finally, it loads. Where's my Google Doc? It's my Google Docs is still loading.
Okay.
Loading. Are you sharing your screen?
Not yet, because I'm waiting for your contract ID.
Make sure you have MetaMask open.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll share my screen.
My thing is still working. Ah, perfect. Okay, now it loaded. Oh, okay. Yes, I'll paste it.
Paste it there.
I think this is it. I hope I didn't copy something else, but I think this is it. Yes, it is.
So guys, this is what Aiden and I have been doing. So he's just deployed, this is his wallet, his personal Ethereum, I'll write it here, personal Ethereum account on Robston testnet. That's that. This one is where his AadenCoin contract is. So I take this, I copy it, I open up MetaMask, and I have to go back to assets, add a token. This is the ID. It automatically fetches ADN because this is on the blockchain. Hit next. I have 0 ADN. Okay. So now, Aiden, you can send me, and I have to send you my token. I have to send you my next and add tokens. And so now here it is. I have 1 Ether because I sent 1 to Aiden. So I had 2. I sent 1 to Aiden. I have 1 left, and I have 0 ADN. I'm going to send him my account.
Wait, Anshul, wait. To explain why you have 0.009, 0.9, blah, blah, blah. That's just because of the gas fee. Gas fee, that's why.
Yeah. Anshul's Ethereum wallet. How about this? Okay. Aiden, you can take my address from here.
Yeah, I'll copy this. Copy.
And now why don't you share your screen?
I'll share my screen. I'm using Chrome right now. I have to switch. Zoom isn't letting me work without it. Okay, so do you see my MetaMask screen loaded? Yep. It's a lot faster than the other.
Wow, you have so much more money on this one. This is a different account. That's a different account.
So
don't use it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's trying to ruin my everything.
That's fine. It's fine. I can see it. Go to MetaMask.
Perfect. MetaMask here. Why do I have 5? Oh, the faucet sent now.
Yep, finally worked. He got some free money.
Yep. So let me go send ADN. I'll paste the address. Let me go send you. Not that. I'm gonna go send you.
Max?
Why isn't it not working?
That's okay. That's okay. Send me 10 ADN. Send me 10 ADN.
I'll send you 10.
Can't send 100.
I think it's bugging out. Whatever.
Okay, sending 10 ADN.
Guys, I think this is confusing you. Why I'm not getting 1,000? It's just a bug with my MetaMask. I don't know how to fix it, but it's supposed to be 1,000. That's my actual balance, but my MetaMask is just showing 10 and not letting me do it. So, if I wanted, I could copy my wallet information and open it differently, but I don't want to.
Can you guys see my screen?
Okay, good. You screen shared.
Yeah, and I have 10 ADN now because Aiden sent me 10 ADN. And so guys, what did we just do? Let's recap. I think we should recap. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now that you guys see I have 10 ADN. Aiden, go back to your code. Go back to your code. Just share your remix window. We're over time, so let's wrap this up.
Here. Yes. There. Do you see it?
I do.
Yes. Okay.
I do see it. So what we did is we just executed lines 77 through 81, through 78 through 81. Can you highlight those?
There.
Yeah. So when Aaden sent me money, when he sent me AadenCoin, the code he was executing was this code from his smart contract. This is the transfer function. And what it says is which address do you want to send tokens to? And then it says, well, for the sender, line 78, subtract. Hey, actually, Aaden, I'll let you explain it. Explain line 78 and explain line 79.
So line 78, it will subtract the tokens from the sender right here. It'll subtract it from the sender, the amount of tokens I want to send, and then it will add over here. Will add some tokens to
the same amount of tokens.
The same amount of tokens that the sender wants to send, and it will send it to the receiver,
which is named 2 here. Right? Yes. The receiver is named TO because of how the function is defined with address 2 in yellow. Perfect.
Yes.
And that is the key function here that we've used in your smart contract. So what Aaden did in the last 1 hour is he told you about blockchains. He told you about cryptocurrencies. He then built his own cryptocurrency called AadenCoin. He used a development environment called Remix, which is built for Ethereum smart contracts. He wrote some code there, which gives 1,000, which mints 1,000 AadenCoins, and then gives all of those coins to the person who deploys the contract initially. That's in the constructor. And then has some other functions that create other behavior, but he only used the transfer function of this smart contract when he sent me 10 AadenCoins, and I showed you on my MetaMask wallet that I received 10 AadenCoins. AadenCoin did not exist before this live session that we did, and yet in this live session, Aaden created something. Because this is a public blockchain, any of you can also go and create, you can actually go receive some AadenCoin. So Aaden could send you AadenCoin to your account if you had your wallet open, and if we had your address, we could send it to you. So because this is a public network, anyone can now jump into the network and start receiving AadenCoin, which is a brand new cryptocurrency that Aaden has created in this session. Aaden, anything you'd like to add?
I just sent the AadenCoin address in the public chat for.
Nice. Oh, you sent it on the YouTube.
Yep.
Amazing. All right. So this is the AadenCoin contract address. So if anyone knows what they're talking about, they can go ahead and add your token to their wallet, and they won't have any balance though. So one of us will have to send it to them, right? That's something we can do separately offline. So Aaden, thank you for joining. And Shelly, do we have any quick questions that the audience has asked Aaden from now or before? Great. Thanks so much, Aaden, and congratulations on being a super
There's
young.
One thing I want to say before. There's one thing. Thank you to my uncle. Just huge thanks. He was really helping me with this, and I just want to say thank you.
That is so nice of you, and Uncle, wherever you are, congratulations to you as well on everything that Aaden has learned at such a young age. Was he watching this, Aaden?
He is.
So hi, Aaden's uncle.
Live right now.
You should be very proud of your nephew. Awesome. Thanks so much, everybody. Take care. See you for episode 41.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.